Nah, don't care. I don't care. I don't even like this. I don't even like this format. I didn't even watch tonight. I was watching the Melbourne Cup horse race. It's winter still. I was hailing places, so I don't care. I'm fine. I'm fine. Are you fine, Sam Perry?
I'm not fine, mate. To the audience, if you came here for salt, well, call me fucking powdered Gatorade. You know, the skeletons have done us over, and I have a high concentration of sodium. Performatively, of course, I respect New Zealand. I thought England were excellent for the most part in this game, and New Zealand, have had a loss that they had to have. I've said before, they're a nuisance team. They'll fuck around and make their way to the semis and fuck off. Petrol's $4 over in New Zealand. I generally respect the country. I have sympathy for them. But that aside, absolute skeleton stuff. They've laid down, and hey, it's nothing we don't deserve. So have all the spoonfuls of salt you want, guys. We deserve it.
Phil Salt. Welcome back to the Grey Cricketer Tubbs, telling you about stuff. And as always, TGC is powered by Cred. Cred are bringing insane rewards during this World Cup. You can pay all your bills with Cred, as you know, Pez. Not just your credit card bill, your phone bill, your water bill, your electricity. Perhaps you might be at work and you're thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind a little holiday. And then you get laid off work and then you have to go on a holiday. You can pay all the bills on that holiday with Cred. Just like the Australian cricket team might have a little holiday coming before the real cricket starts. I don't care about this tournament. I don't even want to win it. We won the last one. Give someone else a go. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Who cares? How many games left?
I don't know. Sorry, you asking me? Yeah, I mean, I'm another Australian. That's where I was born. I don't know the answer to those things. I don't even care about this format. I don't know if you said that. I'm Test cricket. I'm red ball cricket. Really,
it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Also,
it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
fucking bullshit. Kiwis. Fuck you. Fuck you, Kiwis. Bullshit.
Sure. We got pumped in the first game, and embarked on a deeply naive chase. Sure, we had Ireland 5 for 25, chasing 180 with a wonderful opportunity to reverse our net run rate issue before some bloke called Lorcan Tucker, which sounds like a fucking Reddit handle, stopped us in our tracks. With respect to Lorcan, it was a fine innings, particularly those on drives over the top.
I don't care. I don't care about it though, mate. I don't care about it.
I don't care about it.
I'm totally fine.
And by the same token, I think Sri Lanka are a wonderful side. Have I said that
Best
before?
team. My favourite team. Second favourite team.
Winners of the Asia
Second
Cup.
favourite team. Yeah.
Warindu Hasaranga. You got to look out for him. You do, as in he's got diabetes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he got to worry about his feet.
He doesn't.
He's got type 2. Got to worry about the old tootsies there. Tootsies Hasaranga, they call him. Anyway, England made 179 for 6 in this. They call him Toots.
Yeah, not to be confused with Jason Croker from Canberra.
Come here, Toots. New Zealand fell 20 runs short at the end. Both teams completed their 20 overs. It was a 40-over game of whatever. Who cares? Whatever. Just all right, get over this. Get over it. You get over it. I'm over it.
Exactly. Look, for the sake of convention, we'll go into the three things of this game between England and New Zealand, which frankly was one of the higher quality games of T20 cricket we've seen this tournament.
It was a good game.
There was some good skills. England started really fast, and that's when, once again, just relaying us back to Australia, because that's what we do in our little bumfuck corner of the earth we live on. Butler and Hales were class to begin with, really. They set them a good platform. There was a little moment during their strong partnership where a man by the name of Kane Williamson took an absolute screamer.
Sorry, Pez, did you say Claim Williamson?
That's good. Could have used that for the old sponsor. But anyway, took a screamer to get rid of Butler, or was it? Once again, proving this skeleton theory. Now,
I thought it was out.
So did he. I performatively. But again, seriously, if you look at it in real time, it's fast. he probably thinks he's caught it. That's okay. That's just what happens. But it doesn't stop the internet running riot, which it did, sort of with a couple of words on screen from people with maybe a beer in front of them or something with pants off. I want to say a couple other things about the start of the innings. I just thought there was a close-up of Moeen Ali and he looked jacked. I'm going to talk about Moeen Ali later. Moeen Ali, I'd been sleeping on his biceps in that first innings. There was a lot of chat early about how, and this is again on the internet, but like how, England matched up well to New Zealand's spinners with its kind of cadre of left-handed bats, but Santner and Sodhi got their overs in early, all the while New Zealand were pumping them. And so that was apparently okay. They front-loaded their spin, not to be confused with a front-loading washing machine. Right. That's what they called when Paul Adams was involved in the early phases of T20 cricket. Anyway, England were none down after 8 overs and time to go into destroy mode, which they didn't really. New Zealand kind of pulled it back, he goes. Yeah, any thoughts yourself?
My thoughts were that Tim Southee has just been absolutely sensational in this tournament. He's been getting it going around corners, right up the top. Finishes in this must-win game for Australia, 1 for 43 off his 4 overs. He's obviously a double agent, much in the same way that Ben Stokes was, a captain of New Zealand or England or one of those two. That's unnecessary. I don't like getting into that kind of gear. But, I'm bitter, I'm angry, and I'm feeling Phil Salt myself. What I wouldn't give. Yeah. Some layers there. I thought that a really key moment of the match was when Daryl Mitchell, friend of Z Show, dropped Buttler on the boundary. It's one of those ones where, like, when it sort of goes sort of square, but it starts in front of square, then ends up going slightly behind square because of the curvature of the earth, even though we know the earth is bat first and it's flat. But that was a fairly key moment. That was not long after Kane Williamson had put down that catch as well. Like, Kane Williamson's catch would have been a fucking screamer. And Mitchell's catch would have been a good catch as well. But, like, I mean, how many times they practice that in a day? I reckon he's probably catching that kind of catch 25, 30 times in a day. 4 or 5 times. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. I'm not saying it's an easy catch, but, like, he's catching it. I mean, it should have been caught. It should have been caught at this level. Not really any excuse. Didn't lose it in the lights, didn't lose it in the seats, didn't lose it in anything else. Maybe the guy who was dressed up as King Charles might have lost it in his eyes or his hairline, maybe, perhaps. I'm not really sure. But that was a fairly key moment because Buttler then goes on and makes 73 or 47. And it wasn't the most fluent we've ever seen Buttler, nor Hales for that matter, but I think they scored none for 40 at the end of the power play, and automatically I was like, well, there's just so much power in England's lineup that this is looking like towards 200 automatically, and I stopped watching and I stopped eating Anzac cookies as well. So fuck you, New Zealand.
On to the second thing.
Those were my thoughts, mate. I don't really care. I didn't care about the game. I didn't care.
Because we know the Earth's flat and it's bat first. That did me for quite a while. Look, England got their way up to a total. Maybe they left 20 in the bank, but it was 180. It's a game of cricket. The second one, no one goes. It's 180. It's a game of cricket. Game
of cricket.
No one goes with Glenn Phillips. Here goes. So just to set it up, Devon Conway went early. Cheers, New Zealand. Once again. In fact, just before that, he almost got himself stumped. Fantastic delivery from Moeen Ali, by the way. Gabba's starting to take spin. And I suppose worth pointing out at that point that it was a good toss to win for England and a good decision from them at the toss because that pitch is worn and they essentially played 3 spinners when you include like Adil Rashid, Moeen Ali and Liam Livingstone, who almost looked the most dangerous of the 3, I thought. Now, some point after that, Moeen Ali drops a catch, and it's a pretty easy catch. And all I want to say is that Moeen Ali's just okay with me. I don't know if there's a cricketer on the planet that I'm more okay with, just generally speaking. I just want to praise his vibe. It's a fucking sitter he's dropped. Make no bones about that. You're starting to talk about some light stuff or whatever. It brought back some memories I have about. I dropped the catch similar to that once. I fucking still think about it. But I don't know what's gone on there. But I also just want to say I've been sleeping on his biceps and he's okay with me. That's my analysis.
Yeah, no, it's really good analysis. I don't know if there's a more likeable cricketer in the world than Moeen Ali. I can't think of a single person that's ever had beef with him, except for one guy who opens the batting for the Australian team. But, I mean, that can happen on the big jobs, can't it?
That can happen on the big jobs. Now, onto Glenn Phillips. He goes, just a sensational innings again. And mate, I tell you, Glenn Phillips is so athletic. Like he's so fast twitch, mate. Like he has more fast twitch than a Tourette's man nodding off to sleep. You know, early REM.
As soon as you started that, I was like, a simile is coming. I know a simile is coming, and I know I'm going to like it. I didn't see Tourette's getting involved in this episode, unless it was coming from my brain. But
he's very fast twitch. He's very fast twitch, and I like it. He looks like he could play, a great game of touch footy. That kind of gear. Oh, mate. He might.
I think he's
got athletics records at school. You know, he's that kind of guy.
Yep. Oh, I think he's such an athlete. He could have probably played a sport that he would have actually enjoyed playing.
Yeah.
That's how good I think he is. He's without question the fastest guy between the wickets in the world at the moment. I'm trying to think who would even be second. Kohli's pretty quick, but Kohli how old's Kohli in his mid 30s,
40s.
Early to mid 30s. He's early to mid 40s. And I can't think of anyone from Australia who'd be anywhere remotely quicker. But Glenn Phillips is fucking lightning.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of Bevan days, you know? I'm sure there's someone in between then who's quick, but I can't think of it. One cricketer in that time.
Right.
So
It's three guys who are quick in world cricket. Dean Jones, Michael Bevan, and Glenn Phillips. But we bring a very broad prism to this analysis.
That's right.
My favourite shot of his was him destroying Mark Wood over long on, maybe a bit wider than that. Let's call it long on to make it look sophisticated. But no one could really go with him in the Kiwi side. Like, it was looking on for a bit, but it was one of those ones where it looks on and they have to be perfect from there. You know, like there was a stat that came up, was like, New Zealand are doing so well, they've hit 55 off the last 5 overs. And then the stat came up, they needed 57 off the next 5. So like, okay, they're going to have to be better than that again to win the game. I want to make a note. Sorry, go on.
With 9 overs to go, I think they needed 11 and a half. And it was like, oh, that feels like a lot, especially when Curran still had 3 overs left, who is, without question, in my opinion, so therefore there is no question, the best bowler in T20 cricket in the world at the moment. He's fucking so good. He's got the best Yorker going at the moment. He's in great rhythm. He's got a great change of pace. No one can pick up his slower ball. I think he is fucking great. I think he's fucking great.
He's great. I mean, it was posed to me via text. You know, the pendulum kind of thoughts one has about Sam Curran. You know, like, despite what you say, which is just the truth, which is just a fantastic bowler. I'm not sure I'm saying he's the best in T20 cricket, but I take your point.
I just think right now, I think in terms of form.
Well, yeah, there's only 8 guys who bowled right now, I suppose. Good
point.
No, like this guy wrote to me. He said, you know, like Sam Curran, like, superior skill execution, great ball by ball tactician, but at the same time, he's, well, no, I'm not going to say that word, but he said, look, he bowls 120s and he needs to go the distance.
See, both things can be true.
Yeah,
and that's why Australia will finish 4th in this group.
Exactly. On to the third thing. He goes, look, I just want to say, just to continue the theme, cheers, New Zealand. Once again, they laid down.
Nice one.
We hear you. I mean, England completely fucked you over in the 2019 World Cup, but obviously you wanted to dick us here. You wanted to have the loss you had to have, and look, I respect it. I think that's enjoyable for New Zealand. And I just have always thought Sri Lanka is a very good side.
Very good side.
Very good side. I think England's up against it in the next game.
Yeah. Pez, I got a tweet from Drew George who said, I still haven't gotten over New Zealand losing to Pakistan and therefore Australia couldn't make the semis, ... in the 1992 World Cup. So, you know, that's this one's going to burn for 30 years until 2052. Fuck, I would kind of like to get over this a bit sooner than that, but as you know, I don't really care, so it's all good. We don't really like T20s anyway. Couldn't give a fuck. I thought the Cats played really well, won the grand final, best team won. Swans were in there, they had a good season.
I'm wearing my North Sydney Bears hat here as well. Go the Bears, sort of finished 4th or 5th in the New South Wales Cup. Look them up in India as well. Jason Taylor, etc. Florimo.
Mate, I'm wearing a fleece hoodie. It ain't cricket season yet.
Yeah. Hashtag AskTGC. Charlie Griffin wrote in. Hashtag AskTGC. What is this? What's happening? Why are these coats selling us out to Mother Commonwealth? Is Stokesy colluding with his home nation? Fuck me. It's a good day to have 2 passports for king and country. 6 points in a song. It's coming home.
That's like one of those dreams you have where you end up in different rooms and different scenarios in your life. You don't really know how you got there.
Sorry. Can you elaborate on that, please? I don't have those dreams.
Oh, yeah, no, me neither. I was just talking to a friend of mine. Let's call him Jan Higgins. There's a Dutch guy. He's in the Dutch squad.
You've got Jan, isn't it? Jan Higgins.
Yeah, Jan.
Yeah,
it's Jan
yeah.
Higgins. Yeah. I sometimes open the batting with the Dutch Bukowski, Max O'Dowd. So that he was telling me about it. Yeah, he was telling me about it. Yeah, well, it's the hope that kills you, and somehow relying on a result from New Zealand and England didn't feel right in any capacity. I think I'm going to be spending most of the next 6 to 8 minutes of my life before bed thinking about, are Australia good? Have we ever been good at T20? Did we fucking fluke a World Cup and maybe we've been shit almost every time since the inception of this thing? We've never taken it seriously. Is that the truth? Or, we played one bad game and we had a chance against England that was washed out. So, we weren't in the tournament. We should have been favourites into this thing. Don't know if that's true. Just seems like anytime Australia play T20s, like we lose a lot of games, like more than, I know it's a volatile format, but it seems like Australia lose a lot. And that's why I'll never take it seriously. As long as Australia win the Boxing Day Test this year, I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
I think when you look at this group and just look at the cricket that's been played, Australia's probably sitting about where it belongs, I think. I know England have been patchy, to say the least, but their ceiling has been higher. I thought that for periods of this game, they were putting it together, particularly at the top of the order there. But the balance, the options, the versatility they have, the different kinds of tempos that England have at their disposal, I think they deserve to be above Australia at the moment. And the Kiwis just do what the fucking Kiwis do. I don't know what's in that, in the petrol there, but they'll make the semis, they'll make the final. We know what they do. So Australia deserve to be where they are. I'm looking forward. Actually, we're not going to get a scenario against Afghanistan where we know what we need to make and what Afghanistan need to be bowled out for, or vice versa, because England's playing Sri Lanka the next day, or they're going to know what they need to do, which is a shame, because it would have been funny to sort of make 200 and then know that you must dismiss Afghanistan for 25. But funny for 6 balls. And then you're sort of trying to defend and win that game. But anyway, people came for the salt. I hope they got a good concentration of it.
Thank you very much for joining us in the tubs here. Hey, go and check out Cred's YouTube channel for rewarding content all the way through this World Cup. Thank you, as ever, to Cred for powering TGC. We'll be back next time. We're back tomorrow night for India, Bangladesh. Ooh, that's spicy because it has been hailing in Adelaide. And are they going to play? If they don't, some weird teams in the semi-finals. Weird meaning that our team that we support sometimes won't be in there. See you later.